This is a South Australian Footballer TV presentation. Adelaide's #1 local football media team. Gold sponsor, South Whaler Demons Football Club. Silver sponsors, Australian Gas Networks, the best energy source for your home. Ray White Northeast, Valley View, South Australia. Bronze sponsors, Big Screen Video, MERS, Mediation and Employment Relationship Services. Mackay Business Services. Rewards International. This video was filmed and edited by iPineapple.
Fantastic work. At three-quarter time, it's 11-12, plays 8-9. 21-point lead here to the Gullies. They get the first. It's just about game over for mine.
I think that'll take the wind out of any, buoyancy that St. Peter's may think they'll get out of this. So you're right, that first goal. The ball goes up. Blake Penny, it's in the mud there. Dylan Schoenmakers, of course, he's got the ball. And it's been wrapped up, and it'll be a secondary bounce. And
a statistic that may have been lost in the shuffle there, that quarter, St. Peter's kicked 2 goals, 7. So they had their chances and they didn't take them.
Matthew Stent just goes straight through. That's a fantastic attack on the ball. Matty Hallidale's in there too. Just trying to...
Bernie.
Matthew Stent. Some of the girls are throwing bottles at us now. It's all right. I thought the interview went okay. Thanks.
There's always one.
Big Tyler's come to the rescue and helped us. The ball's spewed out to in advantage of St. Peter's here. Number 24, Harry Cutmore. He's gone long and wide and handsome, looking for Lockie Roach out there, but it's out of bounds in front of the poolside northeast stand there, half forward flank for St. Peter's.
Three-quarter time, Justin was just asking his men to keep playing on, using the spread, trying to find the dry parts of the ground on which to run in. Pretty upbeat, pretty happy. As you would be.
Spock down with the ball, pushing forward. Very heavy, congested football. Player looked like he might have got a poke in the old digits there. Or a digit in the eye, I should say. I'm not sure who that is. He's struggling. He's seeing double, he's seeing triple. He's up now, though, he's okay. Interestingly as well, the Dons have hit the front, 2 points up. Closing stages in the AFL. Plenty of scores from out of grounds to come during the last quarter. Blake Penny wins the tap down. It's on the far side. Defensive side for Tea Tree Gully, and they kick it straight out of the fall, right in front of the Pure sign.
Pure Hair and Body, right? One of our fantastic sponsors who donated a raffle today for the girls, so well done to those.
Is that like a landscaping type thing, as in for ladies?
It is. It's landscaping for ladies down there, and they do a beautiful job too. The kicker's gone in there, and who's that? Jake Van Heck's taken the mark.
How do you know they do a beautiful job?
Because I've had my hair cut there 7 years ago. There's a kick that's come out.
Oh, big
that
contest,
was a big body.
Personos.
Yeah, sort of cannoned into the player there. Thought it might have been something on that. Here's Week. It's Abby Week gets the ball out. There's
another big contest.
I thought that was a free kick.
They're cracking in here, beautifully roved. Great position there from Benny Hazeman. But just the one minor score when a goal might have really shaken up this game. But looking at the trees, it's still definitely favouring the Australian Gas Networks end down at the southern end, Luke Hosey.
Yeah, Benny Hazeman, good roving, then got himself front and square with that pat, as a good little rover does, and just missed though. Oh, that's a terrible kick from Kieran Masanico. Oh, but he's...
Did he not just throw that ball?
No, he kicked it straight to the man on the mark, but he's managed to recover the situation. Alex Mackay, he managed to get himself where he always does, at the bottom of the pack, and he's going to have another ball up.
Well, the umpire must have called play on from that kick out, because how could he be 10 metres away to smother that ball?
He wasn't.
So he must have called play on. I don't know, don't get it. Anyway, there's Matthew Stent in there trying hard, jumped on his head, a double head jump on him, and he's got only one free kick though, should have had 2. Alex Mackay throws the ball back to him. Now he's going to settle down.
Interesting news from Div 1 as Stent takes his kick. I'll come back to the interesting news. Centre wing right in front of us. Beautiful kick hits up Trenny Melville. Surprisingly clean for a man that's kicked 5. Goes, I don't know what he went with there, but it's a high up and under kick. Tickerman underneath. Makes an awkward attempt, and the ball spills to the young fella in Eddie Coley. Eddie Coley round the corner. Up and under kick, and I tell you what, the last 10 seconds don't need to go in the vault, that's for sure.
Well, you can just see that. You can just see that breeze. You can see that breeze hold the ball up there when the players are trying to judge it to mark it. So he is certainly advantage to the Gully's end for sure.
And the breeze is blowing up here now.
Yeah, it's just blown a gale. It's just come in, not straight down, straight. Oh, look at that throw. That's not even umpire juice. That's the little umpire. It's gone 25 metres.
Johnny Birkin barges through, gets it to Cam Tiggerman. He slaps it onto the boot. Jakey Martin, courage for young Jake, for the young fella. Put himself in between the two St. Peter's boys. Got a fist to the ball, and now it's going to be a ball up and a half forward line.
Handy little
Gully.
fist, mate. Handy little fist. Just a little 1%er, as opposed to letting him take an uncontested mark. Went back with the flight, got his fist in. Well done, young Jake Martin.
Comes out to the fat side for St. Peter's. They clear the ball. We've got
Cudmore.
Well done, this way, that away. Good play to keep his feet initially, but eventually coughs it up. Looks like Huggard, is it? Or Hallendow.
Huggard was over there on the outer side. St. Peter's have got the ball. It's gone into the pack again. They're sliding in all over the place.
It's really hard to call, isn't it? It's, you can't see numbers. There's a lot of mud on the jumpers.
That's Jaden Blank out there that was on the ball before. Yeah, so he's out there now, Jaden.
As the ball bobbing around, bouncing to centre half forward now for St. Peter's, but well read by Tea Tree Gully. Quick tackle applied, and interestingly enough, a lady has walked past with a dog wearing a matching coat with the dog. Interesting stuff here at Tea Tree Gully, Purdaringa. I love what you see out in local footy.
Jake Vanderhack jams it onto the boot, goes back into the centre. Ryan Spittle, clean as a whistle, picks it up. Unfortunately, the handball didn't. Cam Tiggerman runs the gauntlet. Beautiful play over to Johnny Birkin. This could be the goal you were looking for, boys. It's a scrappy kick into the forward line. It's going to make Trent work for this.
Oh, between the legs, that's a throw, surely. No, off the ground.
It doesn't matter, but there's a goal. It's come out. I think that's...
Pistol Pete Person, I reckon.
It is too. That might be number 4 for him.
With his 4th. And most importantly for the Gullies, they're 12. I said 12 goals will win it, and there's the 12. 12 goals. 12. Spock, 8 goals, 10.
This game could open up now, because now Chris Hall, he can't play men behind the footy. You can't drop 1 or 2 in. You have to be able to try to win the game. They need 5 goals to win. You can't drop men in. They've got to play more forward of the footy. Tea Tree Gully get it back. They're playing a 6-on-6.
Just
1 or 2 more goals.
Pose, I've got some big news in Division 1. Salisbury North, official now, will get relegated. They're down by 52 points in the last quarter. They won't come back from that. Payneham North Junior and the Falcons, funny enough, Bernie. So Salisbury North Division 2 for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah.
Gullies get the clearance again, but St. Peter's chop it off. Go forward. Their players are in front in the forward line. The ball bounces forward to their young ruckman. He kicks it forward. It's still bobbing around in that forward line area. Jake Hugger tries to get onto it. Great little get by Tea Tree Gully there. Can't keep the ball in play there. Now it's going to be wrapped up. And who was that coming out from the Gullies? I think that might have been Hamish Kowalik got his hand on that.
It's hard to see there with the mud, isn't it? Is it?
Here's Nathan Cox got a chance.
Takes
his time. I think
mud.
he had a previous chance to get rid of that.
It's
oh
shilling.
no, that wasn't going to be a holding the man. It is. Xavier Minicon umpiring out there. I'm not happy with that decision at all.
That was actually Josh Schilling on the pack there, but he's covered in mud. You cannot see his jumper.
Xavier, is that the weather reporter?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Very good.
I watched him talk for 3 hours in assembly once. Loves the sound of his own voice as he lines up from 40 metres out. On a cute angle, it's an ugly looking kick, but I think it's gone through, has it? It has.
There was 2 ruckmen on the line there, and I don't know why one of them put their hand on it. It must have been that helicopter spiral kick that's beaten them all.
Certainly would have stung. Who was it? Was that Roach that kicked it?
I couldn't say from here. It was too hard to see.
That's Lockie Roach's second. He becomes the 4th spot player to kick 2. They now move to 9 goals, 10-64, trailing Gullies by 20 points, 12-84 on the South Wales Demons Football Club scoreboard.
Some of those numbers are really hard to pick up with the mud on them.
As the rains just threaten a little bit more, Blake Penny and Ruck wins it down into the mud heap. Quick soccer into the back of Alex McKay. Nothing doing. We'll have another ball up, will we? We certainly will.
It must be hard for the umpires out there, Luke. You know, it's just impossible to pick, isn't it? Look at that guy getting up there.
Yeah, you just can't. He hasn't got a number on his back that is visible. You've got no idea who he is.
Oh, it's bobbing around there, not moving far at all. It's like a brown biscuit there, a big brown biscuit just bobbing around, not much doing it. When it comes out, it's not going to be the easiest king to catch, kick or mark.
And we do apologise to our listeners, but it's really hard to see their jumpers out there today.
Penny comes out there, wins his own ball. Pete Personos in front, overruns the ball though. Running onto it is Sammy Volkonen, and he's tackled quickly, and we'll have a ball up 45 metres around from the Tea Tree Gully goal. It's Tea Tree Gully by 20 points as we see a double change. Dow to come on along with Chatty Shellmakers. And we'll have a secondary ball up hope.
Stanton Penny having a bit of a rest for a couple of minutes. 20 points, that's a significant lead up this point of the game.
Clint Dow going straight, kick behind the play.
Yeah, it's one of those days where you can almost ruck anyone around the ground, so, just sitting in behind the play there. Gully's can afford to defend a lead. Tea Tree Gully can't.
Free kick Tea Tree Gully here as just quickly PAC 43-point leaders over Port District. 13-12 plays 7-5 at Park 9. Big game for top 3 foot. Big game for Tea Tree Gully. Huge win there that's going to help you maintain now your spot back in the 3.
We've got Salisbury North next week at home too, so
Salisbury
certainly
North
a
currently
winnable.
down by 8 as well, maybe just tailing off towards the end of the year.
Yep. Loss of morale down at that club, I would have thought. The ball is bounced into the forward pocket for Tea Tree Gully. That kick's going to look dangerous if it gets to the boundary line. No, it doesn't. It stays in. St. Peter's run up to the ball, but Jake Huggard gets on his knees. Hasn't been called the mark. Yes, he has. Couldn't hear the whistle from here, Luke. Jake plays on. He moves around onto his right boot. Thumbs forward. This could be a telling mark for Trent. The big fly out the back. Jake Martin couldn't control that. Comes back out to St. Peter's. They're trying to work the ball out. There's a guy with the white shorts on. Don't know how he's been on. Alex McKay thumps the ball into the forward pocket. Up goes Matty Hallandale. He's jumped on his head. The umpire is going to say, I'll have the ball anyway, guys. So that's fair enough.
A difficult game to play and difficult game to umpire today. They haven't done a bad job considering.
Third man up there, beautifully done
Ryan
there.
Spittle. Yep.
Spittle it was, but reading it well was Spock. But it's all Tea Tree Gully back there.
Oh, geez, that's a good mark. Is that Jake Van Dijk? He's had a really improved game. He's had a really improved game this game. It'll be good for his confidence, young
Huggard,
Jake.
this way, that away, which away, don't know. I'll go on my left and just boot it and hope for the best. Champagne football, that, as you can hear the cork pop in the background. Oh, gee, I set him up beautifully and he's let me down, Zach McKay. And we'll have a ball up 15 metres out. He ran onto it, beautiful position, roving, hit the ground running, had a snap on the right, but partially smothered, and we'll have a ball up. As I said, 15 metres out, 20-point lead to Tea Tree Gully, halfway through the last quarter.
Well, you're right though, Bernie. Van der Haak had a spell on the twos last week and played really well. Come back in, he's doing everything asked of him.
20 metres out from the Gully goals. It's coming out the back for Tea Tree Gully. They're looking for some space, someone to wheel around on a boot. The umpire will have to ball that one up again as there's 20 players around this ball.
Yeah, 12, maybe 13 minutes into the final quarter. We've had just the one goal. It's been to Tea Tree Gully and just the one. Sorry? Oh, no, sorry, they did get a one goal each, sorry. Just the one goal each, so, yeah.
That's a significant 20-point margin at this point in the game.
Yeah. Of course, Bernie, Golden Tonsils Bernie predicting Tea Tree Gully by 18 at the start of the day. Things are looking pretty good. Of course, whoever's closest, you get your choice of ladies on Ladies' Day. Ball up, ball one down.
Seeing as my wife's in there, mate, I've got no
That'd
choice.
Be a wise choice, my friend. Wise choice. She'd be listening on Audi 8.4 to the man with the golden tonsils.
Yeah, look, the ball is staying in the Tea Tree Gully forward line, 25 metres out, dead in front of their goal. Stacks on the mill here. Chad Shellmaker's in there. He's got through on that left. He's given it out to Zach McKay. He can't control the ball. There's Pete Personos. He's trying to draw a free kick. I can see his orange boots fly into the air. That's how I knew it was him. St. Peter's scrag a kick back to the centre wing. Here's the guy with the helmet. He tries to play like dry weather football, which they've done. Wiggins gets the ball there. Well, there we go. They're going to have to hold the play up here now.
Should be able to hit up Isaiah on the move. Should be able to hit him here.
2-on-1 though.
Yep. There we go. Got Hammer Kowalik's got to be able to nullify this.
Wiggins is back. He's done well there to cover that ground.
Yeah, 4-on-2.
Cudmore tries to do more than he probably should have. Isaiah, he puts a saddle on Clinty Dow, and Clint Dow says, come on down the teacher Gungry Pettering straight, and they'll clear.
Just too many numbers there, weren't there?
It was in the end there. Coxie got the ball out to Jake Van der Haak. That's a poor kick from Ryan Spittle, which is uncharacteristic. Gives the ball back to, here's the young fella, Collie. He's been in everything today, and he's put a nice little pass out there
to
Wiggins.
Collie, isn't he? On a losing side, he's been outstanding.
Wiggins plays bang from 50, but it's still Tea Tree Gully back there. And Doc Sandercock punches it through from behind. Doc Sandercock done an amazing job on Luke Trenorden. Hasn't kicked a goal today. Hasn't really had any influence on the game. One of the big name players for St. Peter's. He'd be very happy with his work today there.
I don't know he's been on him all day, though, to be perfectly honest.
He started at centre half back. Northern. Then he's had a lot of spells in the ruck, so but he still played well.
He's pushed down the forward line though, hasn't he? Or am I imagining it?
No, he has, but he's had three positions today, centre half back in the ruck, and
he hasn't been beaten into one-on-one though either,
no.
Cam Sandercock, so he's certainly done his job. And all the goals have come from the small forwards of St. Peter's.
Now Sandercock's got the little fella, he's got Hazen, so yeah, he's got a bit of a mismatch.
Blake Penny facing the ball there. It's going to come out. Here's Zach McKay. He's run onto this ball. It's kept it low. It's going to bounce through and roll and roll and roll, and it's gone through for the goal that Tea Gully were looking for.
That's all over.
That is the 13th. I said 12 will win, 13 definitely will. It's Tea Gully 13-12. St. Peter's 9-10. It's getting Larry Lau behind us. That's a big one though, Bernie, for me, because he's been out of sorts the last month, Zach McKay, and going away with a 5-goal win, kicking a goal, maybe now he refines that spark, that form off a wing, and if he's controlling his wing, it's a huge avenue to goal.
I think he's no orphan there. I think a few of the lads have realised how they can play the ball when they start running and backing each other in and just run forward the ball and be aggressive like they did in the first half of the season.
First time I've seen it for 5 weeks, haven't it? We haven't seen that.
Well, you're dead right, Luke.
And even the first quarter today, it wasn't there. It's really been this last 3 quarters of the game.
The light got switched on in that second quarter, didn't it? And then we've seen them play a really good footy since then. So the ball's back in the centre. St. Peter's, Colley's dragged off the ball. It's kicked off the ground right into the middle of the mud. No one really wants to bend down and pick that one up. There's players going in and out of the packs there. More mud on the Guernseys, and the umpire will come in and have another bounce.
Last week they weren't too bad. They got beat. But I thought their worst performance this year was probably from Alpha. I just thought they were lazy. They just wouldn't pick men up.
Ball forward for Tea Gully. Man in front, is that Ryan Spittle?
Dylan Schoenmakers.
Schoenmakers it is. Right foot kick
to his brother, Chad.
Chatty, 50 metres out, straight in front.
He's a beautiful kick, this lad. Can I call him in here? No, look,
it's a very heavy ball, mate.
It's a heavy ball. He's a left footer. He's wiping the mud off it. He's put his mouth guard in his sock, which is going to make it muddier. He is a lovely kick.
The oval now is really chopped up. It's pretty ugly. Have you got juniors here tomorrow, Bernie?
We would have juniors here tomorrow, mate.
Oh, dear.
Left foot kick from 45, 50 metres out.
He's got it, mate.
He's got there, has it?
Yep.
It's all clear. It's a goal to Chatty Schoenmakers. It's his first, and it's Tea Gully's 14th. Tea Gully 14-12. St. Peter's 9-goal 10, and now my margin is starting to look very, very good.
Do they play down on the bottom oval as well?
Yeah, the juniors play on both ovals.
Okay.
Yep.
Just thought a way to preserve the surface here.
Well, our cricket boys are involved with the club, so look, boys, try to stay off the middle of the pitch. I said, yeah, right, we're playing a football game, mate.
Yeah, it makes it hard. Yeah, where I'm involved with the cricket too, it's the same thing, but yeah, you can't do it.
The ball's back in the centre, and that's basically the game there. You're right there, Tommy. That'll get your margin nice and handy, but and that has put the pin in the bubble for St. Peter's, who have been gallant, I must admit, but Gullies have just had too much. Here's Matty Stent. Unfortunately, on a dry day, he would have got it. Matty Hallandale goes in anyway and picks up the ball, hands it to Blake Penny, tries to take the big hanger. Can't happen. Zach McKay and Alex McKay gang tackling the Paynham guy. I think that's almost got to be holding the ball.
And that's Alex McKay in a nutshell, in a bottle, isn't it? The tackle, the secondary tackle, he's an antagonist. He's at you. He's at you the whole time.
Yeah, he'll scratch your face. He'll scratch your face, mate.
St. Peter's kicked 5-1 in that opening quarter, but since then they've only kicked 4-10. So, it was all that damage was done in the opening quarter, which they haven't been able to back it up in the last 3, really.
Yeah, Gully's by 32 points. As they go forward, though, St. Peter's looking dangerous. Roach, he's probably been their best looking forward today.
There's the Doc Zandercock. Backing back into that pack, had it covered. A beautiful mark by Doc. So
Kowalik, he's tightened up on him since halfway through that second quarter, though, when he was starting to look dangerous.
Switches on here. Tiggerman should be the third man in the chain that'll get it. Second man in the chain is number 17. That, of course, is Jaden Blank. Decides not to use blankety blank, so Tiggerman makes a lead now. No, they'll go back down the line, meaning the switch was completely pointless.
Didn't come off. And now look at Nathan Cox there, didn't react fast enough and take that chance, and that's what Justin will want them to do. So Nate's got to have a look at that in the future. If it's on, get back to your mark quick, and then get that ball moving on that switch.
And the rain is very close, I would have thought. Not looking good.
Jakey Martin waits to come back on in like he's only played, I think, a couple of A-grade games, but certainly a real bright light for the future with Tea Gully Footy Club.
Had
and a
an
young
impact
lad
there
like
in that second quarter there. Had a hand in 2 goals, and yeah, it was really good. Only 18 or 19, would he? Yeah.
Yeah, only a young lad. So the ball is kicked in by St. Peter's from an out of bounds on the full on the centre wing. Goes to a stack of players there. St. Peter's have got the ball there now. They're going to go right back towards the centre wing. They've cut it in the middle, and there's Jake Hugger too. He hasn't lowered his colours today. See the way he plays on and takes that chance quick, and that's what Justin wants him to play. Cam Tiggerman's got it on the wing, on the switch. He's centred the ball. Pete Personos just about by himself. Now he's got to go back because he dropped the mark. He's still running and chasing. They put a saddle on him. He slid into the mud, and he's actually been given the free kick there, Tommy. And
now, Bernie, your Tea Tree Gully through and through. Was that in the back?
No, that would have been a play on. It was a slide. They were both sliding.
In these conditions, he didn't drive him into the back. He tried to turn him sideways. It's again, you talk about it, Hose. We don't want to pick on the umpires. They've been fine today, but that's just inexperienced. I haven't played much footy umpiring. Yeah. There's not a lot else you can do in conditions like that than drag someone down sideways. Maybe on the vision it looks different to the way I saw it, but play on for mine.
Yeah, well, it's wet out there anyway, so you're going to slide. So, yeah, I would have thought play on, but kicks offline.
Kick just to the near side. And have a look at, who is that, Joshy Schilling? Josh Schilling, covered from head to toe in mud. He's earned a beer tonight, I'll give him that much. As another point there for Tea Tree Gully. Sees them with a very handy 33-point lead. 3 more points, boys.
He kicked that first goal that got him going, really, Schilling.
When it looked like it could be a dirty day, he certainly did, Hose. He got him going, and it was a crucial goal.
Bernie tipped it, actually. He said, the last one you think of. And,
that was Johnny Birkin streaming into the forward line there. St. Peter's cut the ball off. They're going backwards. Now they're going out to their half-back flank. And here's young Collie again, mate. Certainly probably their best, I would say. He's deep in the back.
He'd be their best today, wouldn't he?
Oh, easy. He's racked up numbers galore. Yeah, he's been very good.
There's the kick. The St. Peter's boys don't talk. Jakey Huggett ends it with a little smart little kick. Goes in towards... Is that Pete Personos? It is. Now, if
He'll line up for his fifth now, Burn.
And just got to kick this aim up straight through the middle of the goals here.
No, he passes off. Oh, interesting. That could be in the back. No, that one's not in the back. Okay.
Well, that was probably more in the back than the other one, but it doesn't matter.
Why do you say that? Is that because he landed square in his back? Yeah. That's the real giveaway, isn't it? Oh, well, carry on. Ball up. Ruckman takes it clean out of the ruck. Ball spills. Spot could clear. They do. They don't. It's a bit of a mess in there. There's no easy quick ball to one out. We'll have another ball up 55 metres out from the Tea Tree Gully goal. I was looking over at the scoreboard. It's Tea Tree Gully leading by 33 points.
And back on the winners list, Bernie, so there'll be champagne flowing in there tonight.
The club will be relieved. The B grade won earlier, the D grade won, and the C grade should win. So there could be 4 wins tonight. So the ladies could, have a bit of fun tonight for sure.
Big day for the club as we're having a secondary ball up and a couple of very sore boys and bodies in there.
They've been on the giggle juice now for about 3 or 4 hours, so
big time.
Yeah, big time.
I don't think you'll shut them up during presentations, will you? You know what I mean? So can we keep quiet while the coaches have a word? Yeah, righto, no chance.
Ball up here, 55 metres out, maybe 50 metres out from the Tea Tree Gully goal.
And it'll be a brave man to try to stop them.
We're about 25 minutes into the final quarter. We've only had the 4 goals, so it probably won't be a long quarter, and we have added a lot of ball ups. Ball bobbing around at ground level. Players battling hard, players tackling. We're going to have another ball up now around about 45 metres out from the Tea Tree Gully goal. Another great day at Pertaringa. Back on the winners list. This will see the Gullies back to 10 and 5 and a chance for a top 3 spot, the all-important top 3 spot moving into finals.
Chad Showmakers gets the ball forward again. Trent tries to meet it on the full. He can't. Just sockets it off the ground. Here's Zach McKay coming through. He's lined up and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. He straightened his body up then. I thought he was really in line for that. But
it's like he had the boot of his car open. He was trying to steal the ball. It was a very odd kick in the end, and Spock will clear. Play on. They look for a bit of fast footy. He's probably a little bit late for that now, boys, but they haven't stopped trying all day, Spock. One thing I'll say, Hose, and you know a lot about Div 1, Div 2 footy. They've come to Div 1 and they haven't recruited. This is what happens. You can't match it with teams for 4 quarters.
They've just tried to recruit, obviously, through the college system, and you can't do it. It's impossible. You've got to go outside. You've got to get the best. Yeah, they haven't done it. They got a lot of Div 2 players trying to play Div 1. So,
Alex McKay's just wrapped one of the boys up there now. And, of course, they're getting tired now. That's gone off to... Well, Trent Mill was at a shot. That went off to...
The ball will be rushed through there for
Jaden Blank. Jaden Blank launched on that one. Sorry, guys, from Alex McKay's handball.
The other college sides, such as Ross Trevor and Prince Alfred, worked that out, so they've went out and
They recruit incredibly heavy. As the ball comes to centre half back here for Spock, I think we'll have the ball up. Well, we know.
Matthew Stent there gets the ball into the forward line again for Gullies. It's going to come over the back. Here's young Jake Martin. Smart play, kicks it off the ground to a dangerous position, but St. Peter's will mop that one up and kick it. Cam Tiggerman dives beautifully on the ball. No, umpire said it bounced on the half volley. St. Peter's running keenly to clear it again.
Lockie Roach has been their only real recruit, and I think he went there as in school to St. Peter's. So yeah.
Alex McKay gets the ball to Doc. Doc goes back 30 metres to Blake Penny, the resting ruckman in the back line. He's got a little short kick out there. It's a typical ruckman's kick. It does find his way to Chad Schoenmakers. He did. That's definitely him. Pete Personos ends up with the ball on the centre wing. He lets the player come at him as he goes long. Tries to find Ryan Spittle on the run. Drop the mark. Normally mops them up. St. Peter's will clear. It's still going to be tied in there. They're tired boys out there. Gullies pounce on it, and the umpire will come in and say, that's the end of the game.
And 34-point winners, Tea Tree Gully. 15-14, 14-15, pardon me. 99. St. Peter's 9-11-65. 34-point win. Not bad. I predicted 36. So you give me those 2 points, wouldn't you, Bernie? Bernie, just quickly, if you can give us your better players for Tea Tree Gully today. You'll do St. Peter's, mate. So, Bernie first, Tea Tree Gully.
Oh, look, I think Blake Penny tried all day in the ruck. There's no doubt about that. Dylan Schoenmakers always dangerous. First hands on the ball, pushes and shoves, and he's always in the mix of things, doing little 1%ers is Dylan. So I think he was in my best today. Trent Melville for his 5 and.